Yeah.
By the way, guys, these Excite presentations are absolutely amazing. If you guys are here as BX, to be able to sit in front of a room of you amazing people and talk about your business, I actually give you an example. When I do an Excite, you guys see me with the cameras there, right? Why do you think I have cameras here?
So you can use it for content.
What else do you guys think?
You can learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go back, see how did I present to people, because your pitch is so important. But this is what I'm going to talk about, which is your personal brand, right? I'm not just talking to you guys here in this room. I'm talking to all the thousands and millions of people out there who need what I do, or who want to be inspired, who want to be motivated. I had someone on our podcast, a CEO from Singapore, and then I said to him, what made you respond to my email? Because we do a lot of it. And then he said, well, I saw you speaking, because he went to our website. So the Excite presentation, I did Excites, I recorded it. And because I recorded it, now I can put it on my website. So imagine if you're scrolling through social media and you see someone talking in front of a group of people, straight away you think that's an authority. So you see how that helps. So he said, oh, I saw your videos and I saw the way you speak with a lot of passion. So I replied to your email. And then, so that's how you build relationships. So on the marketing side, that's a little bit about it. So I want this to be about you guys, and I want you guys to ask as many questions as possible. But I'll give you a little bit of context. Just when I ask you guys, when you hear of personal brand, what comes to your mind?
You're the window to what you're doing to the rest of the world.
I like that.
It's passion that drives you.
The passion that drives you.
I feel like my business coach says your business is a reflection of you. And so for your business to be that reflection, like who are you and how do people know who you are?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
I think all of you guys just said it there. And what it does is it builds trust. How can I trust you? Especially now more than ever, trust. Your personal brand builds trust at scale. So to give you a little bit of a background as well, because what I want to show you guys is when you have a personal brand, you can never go broke. You can never go broke. You are recession-proof. And like, I got into business by accident. I've been a footballer most of my life, playing football all over the world. Came back to Australia. And then throughout that time, I started creating content, started documenting my life. So I thought, imagine when I'm like 40, imagine if my kids could see this now. They'll see this video, the way we built up the business, everything they'll be able to see. They could watch it on YouTube, on TV. So that's how it started. Started a podcast with my dad, family. So I came into business by accident. Then, okay, how can we now use this to be able to help people, right? So I was already building my brand, building the brand. And so when you're able to do that, people see who you are. And when people see who you are, that attracts your customers to you. Look what's happening in the world right now, like I said earlier. Look what happened in COVID. At any moment, things could change. Even happened in our business. I started doing this marketing, running it, working hard. But then I started to realize, wait a minute, what do the customers want? I started to lose clients, not because my work wasn't good. Our podcasts are amazing, but Sugira, if this is not adding revenue to my bottom line, I don't care how good your videos are. Last year was a hard year for so many people. It was hard for us. It was a hard year. Some people did well. It was a hard year. So people are looking like Sugira. So I could be passionate about video, podcasting, personal brand, but if the customers don't want it, you're out of business. But you see, when you have a personal brand, you can pivot. So now we said, okay, how can we add revenue to people? So we started to do client acquisition. Why? Because we have a personal brand. If I can message anyone right now and they're going to reply to my message, why? Why do you think?
Trust.
If they get a message from me, they're going to Google who I am. Who is this person? And when they see on Google, they're like, holy shit, they end up replying quickly. Oh, I can't believe he just because I put myself out there, because it adds that credibility. So when you have a personal brand, you're able to maneuver and adapt and shift to what the market is requiring. So let me ask you guys, how are you guys acquiring customers? Which is how are you getting money?
Recommendations.
Referrals?
Referrals, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How else? That's it?
We do outbound sales, send little boxes to people. Next idea.
How long would you? Yeah.
Targeted emails.
Targeted email.
Um,
And how long would you say your sales cycle is? How long does it take till someone to find out about you until they pay you?
It can be a long time in my industry.
B2B, yeah, B2B is normally a long time.
It depends on the size of the job. Small jobs are usually quite quick, but if it's a bigger business, then it's much longer.
Yeah. So you see, when you have a personal brand, when people know you, it at least helps you reduce that sales cycle, because it's like, I already know you. I already feel like I know you. Imagine walking into a room and people know who you are, right? So even, for example, now I got into a space, I invested in an Airbnb in my home country, Kenya, about a year ago. So I run an Airbnb, and then I just put it on social media. Like probably 2 months ago, one person asked me, said, "Oh, Sugira, I just bought a property in Rwanda. He's from America. I know you're from Kenya. Can you help me?" The reason why he messaged me, why? Because he sees me so much on his feed every time. Life is an interesting thing. When you're thinking about something, that thing appears. All of you guys right now, even how you got to this room, you've been thinking about business. How can I grow my business? And you came here. So what you think about comes. So he's scrolling on social media. He's thinking about it. Then he sees that I'm doing this. So he messages me. Then I say, wait a minute. Then I see a lot of people had his exact need. I looked at my mum. She had bought property in Kenya as well. So I was like, wow, there's so many Australians, diaspora all over the world who want to invest back home. They just don't know how to do it. Boom. I saw a business. But because I have a personal brand, I'm a marketing. But now because we already have the marketing, we could apply it to anything that we do, and I can now scale this. So a great way, for example, Pete said it in his earlier, one thing, if this is a great tip that you could do to build your personal brand right now, I've been working with a company and they are printing money. Printing money. You know how? Webinars. Think about it. It depends where you are, but you run an ad for a webinar. This is a great way to build. This is a little tip. You run an ad to a webinar showing people, helping them. Buyer's agent. I'm going to show you 10 steps to buy 10 properties in 6 months. Again, if you have a personal brand, it helps. Run an ad, people register to the webinar. There's some people here who do AI automation. If you have some really good systems, imagine if you get 200 people registered to the webinar. So that's what we're doing. Run an ad. Let's say 200 people register, leads come through. I'm usually in B2B. I'm usually chasing, doing outbound. 200 people register a webinar. Let's say 80 people come. 80 people come in a webinar in who you are, explaining your solution, giving them all the game. 80 people come into that room. Let's say our ticket offers are $5,000 each. Out of 80 people who come in, we close 5, 6. You do the maths on that. So that's just a little great tip. But what questions do you guys have around the personal brand? As I said, when you build a personal brand, you can never go broke. Never. No matter what happens, because people know who you are, because you've built a tribe, you've built a community, people trust you. The same thing, if I run an ad, people don't just see an ad and then, they're going to go look at, who is this person? Who's selling me this? Who's the company? And then when they go in, they see so much, so it builds that trust. What's your question?
How long does it take to build a personal brand? Credible personal brand?
It's a game that you just keep doing for a long time. Like I said, I'll be in rooms now. I was doing personal branding and working on this 3-4 years ago that didn't bring me any money. But the things that I did 4-5 years ago, just because I documented it, it's bringing me opportunities until now. So right now, I'm in the game where I'm playing now, because there's marketing agencies, so many people doing marketing. I said, remove this small game. So because I have a big personal brand, this is how powerful it is. There's so many CEOs that I speak to all over the world. They're looking for investors. So they say to me, Sugira, if you find me someone who can invest $5 million or 10 million USD into my business, you get a percentage of that. Stock options. What's 3-4% of 10 million, 5 million? So then, because I have a personal brand, there's people out there who have that money who are waiting for a business to invest in. They just need to know about it. That person needs, so I connect the two, get commission there. And that's how you're going to make money in this economy. These $2-4 grand a month is nothing. You've got to start making, the business right now is getting harder than ever right now. But there's the biggest opportunity. If you're young and coming in, you can dominate this game easily because the older guys, they're sleeping, they're comfortable, they're not really on this. So you just take the game. You're young, you're hungry, take over.
I'm old.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
That wasn't going to be my question. You're a clearly very confident person. So for you to show up and film yourself and be out there all the time is probably quite comfortable for you. If you're not as comfortable being with
On
a camera
camera.
in your face, what would you suggest that we do to get over that kind of, you know, I feel it's a bit of a like an Australian thing, like you don't want to be too, you know, stand up too much. So we like what?
Yeah. Well, look, if that's a good question. Is everyone good on Zoom? Do you guys go on Zoom?
Yeah.
Everyone here, you guys can use Zoom.
Yeah.
You share your screen, you can talk.
Yeah.
So you can host a webinar. Even if you don't want to I'm not saying put your face on camera. Look, whatever suits you. Do a webinar and teach what you're good at. What can you guys do a webinar on? AI automation, how to save time in your business in 30 minutes. And I'm going to give you all the game. And give them all the game. When you give them all the game, they're going to be like, damn, he gave all this for free. What happens if I paid him? There you go. So that would be the easiest way. Any other questions?
Is there a process to building